In today's video, I get overly aggressive about eyebrow gels and eyebrow pencils. I never realized I was this picky until today. Go figure. We are also going to talk about the new Laura Mercier Winter Wonderment Limited Edition Eyeshadow Palette. And speaking of limited edition, we have the new limited edition Dior Rouge Blush, the Plein de Paris Pink. And we're going to talk about that too with me, Rebecca. I am a 20-year veteran or more of the fashion and beauty journalism industry. I have worked with and interviewed some of the biggest names in the beauty biz, and I started Not Fit for Print Beauty right here on YouTube so that you could have a sort of live beauty magazine to flip through every day or so. All right, let's go ahead and get started. That's right, I want to quickly, when we go to the demo, I'm going to try to get it out of the way, talk about some new brow products. We have the brand new Glossier pencil, which I forgot I had and decided to include at the last minute. So I'll put the price and the facts to it down below. This has a spoolie on one end, as if you don't have enough spoolies, we all do. And it has a tiny little brow blade on the other side. And I've been working with it for a few weeks. It's relatively new and I am unimpressed, but that's just me, but I'll tell you why in the demo. We are also looking at the truly brand new Anastasia Beverly Hills Volumizing Tinted Brow Gel. This one comes in 9 universal shades. It is lightweight, buildable, it color tints, it has a smooth mousse-like texture. There's even a little brow quiz online at Anastasia Beverly Hills if you don't know your shade. And they said you can back comb it. They say to wipe off the spoolie before you use it. And I didn't do that in the demo, so I might have given them, I'll keep playing with it, but it's not my favorite. But they do have a mini for $13, or you can buy the actual size, which I think this one is for $25. It does say to wipe off before you use it. I'm not sure I wiped it off well enough. So in the demo, I don't love it. You'll see why. I'll keep working with it. It's kind of like the Charlotte Tilbury, the new mascara. I went out and bought a mini and I'm keeping working with that too. It's kind of like, I want these to have extra chances because I really want to like them. So yeah, Glossier has Boy Brow, which is a fantastic wet gel-like eyebrow enhancer. But I'm not thrilled with the pencil. And Anastasia Beverly Hills is all things brow. Anastasia made her name doing brows in Beverly Hills. So I want to give this more of a chance. I don't like it in the demo, but tell me your experience with it. I'll wipe it off and I'll keep using it just like I'm keeping using the Charlotte Tilbury new mascara. It's like I want these to work. But while we were at it, aside from me getting way too aggressive about eyebrows, there's no reason for that, Rebecca. Chill out. We have the brand new Dior Rouge Blush. This is the limited edition Plein de Paris or Paris Plan blush. It is $48. It comes with a very pretty little brush that's quite usable. This the shade, this really light pink shade that this limited edition comes in, it has a little scene from Paris on it. If when I zoom in it doesn't show, I'll insert a photo from the brand. This is in the shade 388 Triomphe Satin or Satine, and it is a very pretty little blush, especially for those of you in our Cool Tone Revolution Army. In fact, most of the products in this are really suited for the Cool Tone Revolution Army. Use those timestamps if you need to, but the Cool Tone Revolution Army is a little something that we are home to on this channel. This is made up of people who cannot wait for everything to stop being so warm. The Cool Tone Revolution Army members feel that even when things are called neutral, they're actually warm in disguise. And they are waiting for more cool tones to be released. It's free to join. Just appoint yourself down below. Just tell me you're a member in comments, and you can even give yourself your own rank. We have world dictators and 20-star generals. Be whatever you want. So the Cool Tone Revolution Army will also appreciate the new Laura Mercier eyeshadow palette. This is called Winter Wonderment. It is $56. It is also limited edition, and it is their holiday palette. It's got warm and cool shades, lots of cool shades, 9. Look at this, 9 warm and cool shades in matte, satines, and shimmers. It is super, super, super pretty. And when I saw it online, I wasn't that much impressed. I admit it. I owe Laura Mercier an apology. I saw it online, and maybe their photos don't do it justice, but I was kind of like, meh. but then I really touched it. These shades are so creamy and so pretty. And I'll talk about how they feel when we get to the demo. I'm going to really give you some brands to compare it with. But I kind of did them dirty because when I saw it, my immediate reaction was like, nah, but I'll get it for review. But I'm actually really liking it. Very subtle. I do have 2 different eye looks on. Don't adjust your screen. Yeah, probably didn't notice. It's very subtle. Okay, let's do some swatches. Normally right here I would go to ingredients. The Laura Mercier ingredients are printed on 2 different sides of a very narrow box, and they are in gold lettering, and I just could not capture it on camera. I'm sure if I had better still camera photo skills, then that would be fine. But when I hired my entire photography staff, I forgot to specify that they needed to be skilled in capturing gold embossed ingredients on a pink box. So I didn't hire anyone who could do it. So no ingredients this time. I'm so sorry. I like to include those. But I do have swatches. Let's take it outside into the very warm California sunshine. We have been having a heat wave that should die down. I am going to take this into 2 different lights just so you can see it really well. So I'm out in the sunshine. It felt like it was maybe a little too bright for these gentle shades. So I'm walking it over into the shade. And there is the Laura Mercier Winter Wonderment eyeshadow palette and the Rouge blush from Dior in Triomphe Satin. Okay, I want to go try these on, then I'm going to tell you my thoughts. And yeah, I'm very aggressively angry about brow gel and brow pencils in today's video. I make no excuses for myself. I'm sorry, you're just going to have to put up with it. Here we go. Okay, I want to start with the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow, only because I have a really funny thing where I make myself, do you know how when you were young, you would say, Mom, can we go get McDonald's? And your mom would say, we have food at home, eat at home. I tell myself these sort of things about eyebrow treatments, you know. I need a new eyebrow pencil. You have enough eyebrow pencils. Use those first. It's just an eyebrow pencil. I do that to myself. And I'm out of my favorite. I like the Mario. I like the Rare. I don't mind the Victoria Beckham Beauty. I bought the Glossier one. They have a new blade one. It's just too teeny-eeny. Let me show you it. And here is the Glossier one. It has a spoolie on one side. And it's got this teeny little blade. And I mean, it's okay. It's okay. But, you know, I guess I'm just like really aggressive. Do I have to say aggressive? Can I say I'm assertive with eyebrow so it doesn't sound so bad? I'm very assertive with eye. Anyway, it constantly breaks and that's fine and all, but it's for drawing in little hairs. I need to invest in the Mario one. Anyway, long story short, I am interested in trying this Anastasia Beverly Hills one. Okay, so this one, they say you can do it really quickly. Let's see if I got the right color. It's kind of goopy looking. I don't like it when they're wet because see where I said a minute ago that I go really fast. I also don't do much with my brows. I love to say, oh, they're over plucked from the 90s because I'm a 90s kid. But they're not. They're really not. They're just, yeah, smearing a little bit above the brows. I don't like that. But it's not bad. Anastasia is, after all, the brow queen. But you see that? I'm going to have to get that off. Like, I don't know if you can see that. That is, see how it looks like a smear? That's not a smear. Those are some baby hairs right there that I didn't even know were there. And the product went to it, which is what the product is supposed to do, but I don't like that. Like, can it be a little bit less wet? So it did it over there too. I don't like that. The Charlotte Tilbury one does that. And then I just find that I'm cleaning things up. Well, just tweeze your eyebrows better, Rebecca. I know, but yeah. See, I don't like that. Oh, didn't like it. Sorry, I'm being really loud. See, okay. So now I'm going to go off and clean up this. I know, Rebecca, if you were more careful, that wouldn't, I'm aware of that. I don't want to be more careful. So that's for me, it's too wet. I don't like that. All right, I'll be right back. Okay, oh well, that's about as far as my review goes of those 2 eyebrow products. I have definite opinions on eyebrow products, I guess. I mean, I didn't even think that I did myself, but it looks like I do. The only wet liquid eyebrow product that I've ever really liked has been the Tom Ford, and I don't think that's even made anymore. So lately I'm just sticking to like the thicker bladed ones like Mario. Rare isn't bad, like I said, but I'm, I guess, really picky. Okay, let's move on to things that will be a little bit more fun, and I'm just gonna have to buy another eyebrow blade. And that's all it is. All right, let's go talk about this Dior blush, which I'm really excited to try. You already saw that it was very pretty. It is the Plan de Paris Plan Rouge Blush in Triomphe Satin, $3.88. This is the only one that they have. It is limited edition, and I think it's pretty. I like this more than those electric pinks that were being released. A little bit of a scent. We forgive Dior for that because they are a perfume house. So I get it. They're going to put perfume and everything. But that's really pretty. But it's very perfumey. So perfumey that since I'm talking while I put it on, I'm tasting the perfume. But it should dissipate. And yes, I am trying to put it on heavily so that you guys can see the shade. But this will be best for those who have very fair, cool skin. I don't think it looks bad on me built up. My light medium skin tone. But yeah, this is for my blue-eyed friends, blue-eyed, blonde-haired, you know who you are, fair-skinned people. And anyone else who really likes a nice cool tone. It can be built, but it is definitely a cool, cool pink for, I think, fairer and light skins. But it's pretty. It's not such a hot pink. Isn't Patrick Ta coming out with some sort of a blush that looked very hot pink? This Dior also comes with its own little brush, and their little included brushes are quite nice, so that'll be really nice for travel. And it did give my skin just a little bit of a kiss of color, which I am not mad at. Not going to be my favorite blush. Boy, I cannot be pleased today. It's like, I don't want a blush that's crazy loud, and now here's one that's really soft and gentle, and I'm like, it's not enough. I'm the Goldilocks of makeup today. But let's look at Laura Mercier and this Winter Wonderment eyeshadow palette. I thought it was Wondermint, M-I-N-T, you know, crisp like winter. Wonderment, M-E-N-T. I'm going to start out with an apology to Laura Mercier. When I saw this online, I thought it was like kind of meh. You know, I was like, oh, that's a real mid-eye palette. But now in person and feeling the shades, they feel so nice. I think I said like a Byredo type feel, or like some Burberry shadows have felt. They're really soft and nice. Let's do two eye looks, shall we? And they're really buttery. Let's start with, this is a refer number 15. This shade right here, they probably have names. They do. Okay. And I'll put that there. Okay. And there we go. Starting with that, sticking with this brush, I'm going to go into this pink, and I'm really saturating the brush. And I think this pink is nice because it's going to pick up the blush. It's almost exactly the same tone as the blush, so it's making a very pretty pink eye. And then I'll go over here. I'm just going to go in a line. Same brush. No need for brush laundry. Why make brush laundry if you don't have to? And I'm just kind of darkening the sides there. This is a very pretty little palette. This is kind of like what Urban Decay tried to do this kind of thing like with their Cyber palette, and they had another one that was kind of pastel, didn't they? And the shades just didn't work. They just kind of like went and fizzled before you could put them on the eye. This is a really soft, gentle palette, but I mean, I can see it on my eye. I can see it. And I'm going to go down here, same brush again. This time I'm going to knock a little bit of the color off of it and just deepen the crease, just because I have hooded eyes. That's one look. Then I can go back into my pink here and just kind of go over that. And that is a pretty sweet little pink eye that really picks up the cheek. And I did it with one brush. All right, let's go starting out with a refer number 1, which is my favorite refer brush. And I'm going to go in here to this shade down here. They're a little bit deeper, and just start that there and just do like a little bit of a transition with that shade. It's really pretty. This is a very pretty little palette. It's very gentle and feminine. If you like an over-the-top eye look, it won't be your thing, but not all of us do. I don't, for one. Okay, I know I'm gonna have to use that deeper shade. Let me go in here and just put this center shade with the LM on it right there into the middle. Could have used my finger for that too, but I'm not having any fallout. I'll even go into the center of the eye because that has a little bit of shimmer. And then of course we do need to see how this deeper aqua shade fares. So I'll use that in the corner. Oh, pretty. And a little bit under the eye. Very pretty. All right, we have 2 different eye looks using 7 or so of these 9 shades. Very, very pretty. All right, so let me give you kind of the recap here. I personally am a no on both of these brow products. Who could use the Glossier if you really want to draw in? I mean, spend some serious time drawing in single hairs. I think you would absolutely love this. If you're just going kind of over the whole eye really quickly, like a crazed lunatic, in other words, like Rebecca, then it's just going to keep breaking and drive you crazy. This is a very, very wet eye gel, or what are they calling it? Tinted brow gel. And if you're going to go fast, if you wax your brows, maybe it won't pick up anything. I tweeze, so I have like some light baby hairs around my brows, and it's finding those and picking up on them, which a lot of brow gels do. Tom Ford's is the only one, maybe Gen C and Tom Ford. Gen C and Tom Ford are the only ones that don't do that to me, but this one does. Charlotte Tilbury does. Most of them do. And this one did it profoundly. So not my thing. Too wet. Too wet. Not my thing. And the Dior blush, the Rouge blush, limited edition, the Plan de Paris, is extremely pretty, but especially pretty if you have very fair or light skin, blonde hair, you like those really cool tones, you have a cool undertone. It's very pretty, but heavily perfumed. It dissipates, but heavily perfumed. And the biggest apology goes to this very pretty, very feminine, very gentle, very subtle Laura Mercier Winter Wonderment eyeshadow palette. It's $56. It's limited edition. It would work for winter, spring, or summer, and it is great for someone you know, if you want to get this as a gift, or for yourself, who likes a very subtle shadow. Now, because of late shadows and really complicated eyeshadow looks aren't that popular, if you still like to create them, this is nice because it's never going to look overdone because it is so subtle. It is a pastel without being a white chalky pastel. These are the kind of pastels that I can actually handle really, really well. And I think it's very pretty. The texture is super creamy, and as I said, reminds me of Byredo, of Burberry, those really just kind of soft, creamy powder shades. No, not Natasha Denona. No, not as thick as Sydney Grace, but exactly like Byredo or Burberry, if that kind of rings a bell. So very nice. I'm impressed by that Laura Mercier. You just gotta like those kind of pastel colors. But it's not just for me to yap, yap, yap. We are a community, and I would love to hear what your thoughts are on these products, especially if you've tried any of them before. Like I said, that's what makes us a community, so I would love to hear that. Stick around coming over the weekend. I've got Chanel reviews. Looks like I should have my Danessa Myricks review up and running. Lots of good stuff coming in the next few days, and of course weeks here at Not Fit for Print Beauty. But make sure you share and like this video, and the kindest thing that you can do for me is to subscribe. I look forward to seeing all of you in the next video. Bye-bye.